All right, let's talk about something so many of us slip into without even noticing it. Becoming the go-to person, the emotional support system for basically everyone in our lives.
I mean, does this hit close to home? You're the one whose phone glows up when there's a crisis. You're the one they vent to after a bad day. But when it's your turn, when you're the one who needs to talk, it's just crickets. And for so long, you've probably just chalked it up to being a good person, right? You're a caring friend, a supportive partner. This is just you being kind. But what if it's not just kindness? What if it's a pattern that's pushing you right into emotional overload? Seriously, getting this distinction can totally change how you look at your relationships. Yeah, this whole dynamic actually has a name. It's the role of the emotional fixer. You're the solid rock for everyone else, the one they can always count on. But you're standing on some pretty shaky ground yourself, because that support just doesn't come back your way. So, how do you know for sure if you've fallen into this role? Let's break down the 5 most common signs that you might be carrying way too much of everyone else's emotional baggage. We're going to look at hiding your own struggles. People only hitting you up when they need something, feeling totally wiped out after just talking to someone, wanting to be alone all the time, and, finally, just cutting people off out of nowhere. Okay, so the absolute foundation of this whole thing is sign number 1. This massive emotional imbalance. You've basically become a vault for everyone else's problems. It totally saves space for them to unload. But meanwhile, you've learned to keep your own stuff locked up tight, probably because you feel like it would just be a burden on them. And when that becomes the default setting in a relationship, it leads right into the second sign. And this is all about how people talk to you. I mean, think about it. If you scroll through your texts right now, would you see people just checking in, asking how you're doing? Or is it more like a constant stream of emergency alerts, with people only reaching out when they have an emotional fire for you to put out? It's not a real relationship. It's a transaction. And the toll these one-sided conversations take on you is huge, which brings us right to sign number 3. And we're not talking about that good kind of tired after a fun day with your friends. No, this is a deep, soul-sucking exhaustion. You get off the phone or you leave a get-together and you just feel completely depleted, like you've poured out every last drop of your energy and got absolutely nothing back. So when that feeling of being totally drained becomes your normal, your brain starts looking for an escape hatch. And that's sign number 4. You know, it's easy to see this as being antisocial, but it's not. It's a survival instinct. You're not pushing people away because you don't care about them anymore. You're trying to protect what little energy you have left. It's an act of self-preservation. So what happens when hiding out and being alone isn't enough? What happens when you hit your absolute limit? Well, that's the 5th and final sign. Now, from the outside, this can look really cold, can it? Abrupt, even mean, but it's almost never coming from a place of anger. It is the last-ditch effort of someone who is completely and utterly burned out. It's like flipping a circuit breaker to stop the whole system from overloading. You can't carry it for them anymore. So, if you've been sitting here nodding along, seeing yourself in all of this final part, this is the most important part. It's where we reframe this whole experience. And here it is, the big takeaway. You haven't turned into a bad person. You're not selfish. You're not uncaring. You are simply and totally justifiably tired. You're tired of being the container for everyone else's feelings while your own have nowhere to go. And you know what? It is okay to put that weight down. And that really leaves us with one final thought. As you look at the relationships in your life, it's worth asking, are you the one who's always playing the emotional fixer? Or maybe, are you the one who's been leaning on someone else without even realizing how heavy that weight is for them? Definitely something to think about.